Hello everybody, welcome back to SED'S Shed. Can you play my bass lick? And today's special guest is a gentleman called, before I go to mention his name, it's a very special day for me today. The hairdressers have just opened, July the 13th, it's not. And I've had my first haircut since lockdown. So, I'm not putting that on today. I'm going to show it off a little bit, okay, because it did look a bit wild, started getting a bit big. But, because I haven't got much now, see, I've got to pay search fees when I want a haircut now, because I've got a bit thin on top. But you do, I'm 52, I'm 53, October, so, we'll have a party anyway. As soon as this nonsense is over, it's coming to the end of it now, we're starting, the shop barbers have opened, so, and that's cool, so a bit of luck, we're going to start a barbie before long, can't we, and get some of the boys around. A couple of sherbets today. But anyway, we've got our buddy today, Jason Lee. Evervale boy? Evervale from that part of the world? Evervale, yep, over there somewhere. Cracking bass player. He tells us about his gear. He got loads of basses, and he was saying we don't play them anymore because they're 4-string. So maybe you can let him to me or something, I got two here, I got a couple of, just like you really. Because he went to 5-string, he went to the dark side, didn't he? A lot of bass players go to the dark side and play 5-string basses. I've got a 6-string fretless, but I've never had a 5-string. I've never had the need for a 5-string. I've done, because I do a lot of my, when I play in the house, I do a lot of, the old slap, when I warm up and stuff like that. So a 5-string would be difficult for me to get into that. And also I play a little bit of double bass as well, and that's a 4-string. But some people love the 5-strings. Daz is a good cook, he's one us into it, but I don't think I'd ever go that way. I'm definitely a 4-string through and through. I started on a 4-string, don't see any need to go to a 5-string, but I can see the love for it. A lot of people, a lot of friends and players do love the 5-string. Jason is one of them, as he will demonstrate and tell you all about the gear. I didn't realise you're such a gearhead, flipping heck. And what Jason's doing by he's playing, which is great, completely off the cuff. As he says, he's doing, I'm coughing a bit, flipping heck. Must have a hair next expect as I cut him. But he just completely off the cuff. It's what it's all about. We just play something in the room, I know last week I played something, which I was playing 30 odd years ago, But next time, if I get a chance to do another one, I will play, because I think we better. We play our best when we first pick the bass up, and we play, anything. I think that's where we always do our best right then. I think in that then first couple of minutes, first 5 or 10 minutes of us playing, I think we're at our best then, warming up, So he's just something off the cuff, which is a great little riff. You're a cracking player, Jace. And it's nice to see sort of off the cuff playing, A lot of players do that, And then if you ever record yourself playing off the cuff, you think, that's something there. Years ago, right, we didn't have recording facilities like we got now. We got great recording devices on our phones, haven't we? So I do a lot of that. If I'm in a writing stage and I get a good idea, I record. If I get a riff and I play, pick up one and go, that's nice. And phone, record it. That's the way I do it. And I got loads of little clips on my phone. And then gradually you go down through them and you can see where you've got ideas from and you delete them then, But thanks, Jace, for coming on and can you play my bass lick and giving us a rundown of your gear. I fancy that pedal, that Mark pedal you're on about today. I've been looking at it and fancying it. It's a lot of money, I fancy the Octaviders and stuff like that. I don't know, because Mark basses, I use TC, I use Mark bass and but whatever, you got a cracking sound, and a bit of that you'll be out here rocking again soon. Too long, you've had too long off. Get out there and play rock roll. But Jace, thanks very much, and it's over to you, my man.
Afternoon, Shedheads. Here I am back in the shed again on SED'S latest venture, Can You Play My Bass Lick? Whatever it is I'm going to play for you today, I can barely play it anyway, so I don't know how anybody else is going to manage when I can't do it myself. A bit of a lowdown on the equipment I use, because I know SED'S asked for that. I got a Sandberg TM5 here, which is my go-to bass at the moment. I've had it for about 4 years. I also use a Musicman 5-string Stingray, which is lovely. I've had that for about 15 years, and I tend to alternate between the two basses there. I've got a 75 Jazz, a Kubicki X Factor, a Trace Elliot T bass, and a Musicman Sterling USA, and they're all lovely basses. It's just they sit gathering dust at the moment because I just don't play 4-string very much. I've also got a Status Series 2 headless on order as well, which I've just taken the call from Status to let me know it's going to be in about 4 or 5 weeks, so I'm really excited about that. I've been waiting about 30 years for one of those. Amp-wise, I use a TC Electronic RH450 going into a RS210, and I've got an RS112 as well that I use if I want a little bit more grunt. But as I haven't gigged for about 16 or 17 months, they're a bit surplus to requirement at the moment, but hopefully they'll be used again in the future. For today, I'm going to be playing through a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 into some Reaper software, just coming through some speakers I've got here, and I'm going into a Mark-based compressor array, which is this lovely little compressor here. So it's really, really nice. And there's the Focusrite. And I've got a Super Booster, Mark-based Super Booster I use when I'm live, which has got the Mark-based filters, which are really, really nice. So I don't know what I'm going to play for you really. I'm just going to have a potter about. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Bye.
Here we are, cracking, cracking playing, nice little riff for everybody to have a little crack at, have a go at that, you know, have a little go, see if you can cover SED'S, you know. He's an affiliated SED'S, you know. He's a member through and through. You've come on our bass quiz of fun a couple of times as well, I know, and you know, he said he'd come on this, you know. I asked him once and he said, I'm going to do it, he's a busy boy, and he's done it. I've asked a lot of people if they want to come and do it. A lot of people get nervous because we can all play covers, but when you just got to play off the cuff something, you know, play a little riff, sort of stuff you like, you know, and you like to warm up with, or play something you've wrote yourself, you maybe feel a bit more under pressure, some people do then, but Jace didn't. Fair play to you, it's a cracking riff, and Jace, thanks again for coming on, and we're going to have this beer very soon, I hope, because things are getting a bit easier for us out there now, so a bit like coming out to meet a couple of the boys and a couple of the local SED'S, and come down and have a couple of beers, have a crack, and shake hands and chat to everybody else, innit? But anyway, thanks Jace, much appreciated. Anybody else want to come on and do exactly what Jason and Lee have for there, feel free, send me a video of it, you know, I'm everywhere, like, you know, send one to there, or I think my phone number, give me a bell or something like that. You can WhatsApp it to me if you want, or, you know, if you want to know the rundown, you've done a great example there. Give us a rundown on the gear and tell us what he likes to use. I didn't mention the strings though, maybe he doesn't change them very often. And rundown of his gear as well, which is great, an insight to see what you're doing, like, you know, especially when you record for the studio as well, like, you know. So, SED'S, there we are. Do exactly what Jason done. Top player. Thanks very much, man. Oh! I look at my ear as well. Do you like my new ear kit? Just let me know, because I love it, you know. Nice to be out the wood. Number 5 on the back and the sides, and finger cut all over, you know what I mean? Anyway, thanks again.
Can you play my bass? Ep9.